He ran up on the short front. Jim Early tackled him, but we had a flag down. This is not only, unless a miracle happens, a Jet loss, but an even more severe loss because they have lost their quarterback, Richard Todd, with a broken left clavicle. As we said, 3 first-string quarterbacks now out in the Eastern Division of the American Conference. Jones, Greasy, and Todd.
All 3 of them good ones. And you know how this game has changed around, Curt. When New York came out, they just ran the ball at will. The first 2 series, they got nothing to show for it but a 3-point field goal. Since that time, they haven't moved the ball. They've looked a little lackluster, and the Redskins are just doing anything they want to.
This penalty.
Illegal procedure. 12 men on a defense. 12 men.
The Redskins had 12 men back there to run that kick.
Makes it easier to go.
12 against 11. No wonder, huh? The score's 23-3. Well, it's more than that. The Redskins
23-3
have looked outstanding today. Defense, offense, everywhere. This is a better kick, twisting up. Green handles it on his 33, 35, at the 40. Green gets away. Still going, and is down. He slipped it. He's been leading the league in punt returns and kickoff returns. He had a sprained knee and was doubtful, but they've got him in there. We'll be back. RFK Stadium. The score is still 23-3 Washington.
Okay. Where is he?
Chuck Knox. Chuck Knox has just scored his first victory with the Buffalo franchise. Buffalo Bills, the final, beat Baltimore 24-17. Don't forget the Sperry NFL 78 report at the conclusion of this game. First down, the Redskins on their 43. Theismann to Riggins. Riggins whips it over the 50 and has a first down at the Jets 47. Every time he's carried the ball, John, in this half, it's been yardage.
And I guess we've said it time and again. He's been given an opportunity to run. We're watching Bill Kilmer looking on to the action out there. This is when a quarterback would really love to have a go at it because it's so much fun. No matter what you call, it's right. Kilmer's had several days like that. Joe Theismann's had 4 in a row now, and he is definitely their #1 quarterback. Kilmer will get his size of the action before the season's over, but it's fun out there when conditions are like this.
First down for the Redskins on the Jet 47. Time remaining 4:45. A 20-point lead for the Redskins. Let's check Riggins' yardage. It is now 89 yards in 16 carries. That time, he sort of slipped as he slid off to his right. Stopped by Lawrence Pillars. He got 2 yards. Merrill is in the middle now. Mark Merrill. Second down, 9. Clarence Harmon. And big play didn't get the big play that time. That's the first time he's been stopped by any means. Clarence Keller playing outside left linebacker. There's the old boys. There's Coy Bacon.
You don't very often see a defensive line sitting on the bench in the middle of the 4th quarter smiling at each other.
Breathing easy. 72 is Dyron Talbot. 65 is Dave Butts. Just a nice, pleasant day.
And the schedule is very favorable for Washington the next 5 or 6 games. They can give Dallas all they ask for.
3rd down and 7. They play Dallas next week. A deep pattern. The receiver fell down. The flag goes down. That's Rick Thompson. Was he knocked down?
It's a right call.
He made the turn and down he went. An illegal chuck against the Jets. Klecko arguing. When it goes wrong, it all goes wrong.
Well, players get a little bit frustrated when nothing they do seems right, and that's the way it's been all day for New York.
5 yards.
Illegal contact on a defense. That's a first down.
It's the new rule this year. The receiver from the line of scrimmage and 5 yards away can be chucked once. And after that, hands off, no contact. The idea is to let him go free, unmolested, and open the game up and get more scoring. Reggie Haynes now in the tight end. Riggins over the 35 to the 33. He's driving for that 100 yards. He had 108 last Sunday. He's getting close to it. And all in the second half. He had only 12 in the first half.
He's got about 2 yards to go, and I'm sure they'll give him the ball again because it would be a nice little present against your former teammates.
Second down 2. There's McClinton, the middle linebacker, and the left cornerback, Lamar Perry. Klecko nearly offside. Riggins over the 20 is hauled down by number 52, Mike Hennigan. Flag is down. Many penalty flags dropped today with 2:20 to go. John and I will be in Chicago next Sunday. That penalty's against the Redskins for the Bears and the Oakland Raiders.
Should be a good one.
This season's really is sort of like the old one, just open.
Offensive holding, number 60.
You know, it's the first week would have been out of the way last year. And
Right.
Starting now, they're past their 4th game this weekend. Long ways to go. This is the undefeated Redskins. They'll leave the field still undefeated. And sort of a gasser here today before the home folks. Walt Michaels, been no laugher for him. He's losing the game and he's lost his quarterback. Theismann looked to the flare man and throws deep down there, and this one is incomplete. 2 Jets scrambling for it in the end zone. Ken Schroy is number 48.
That just epitomizes the whole day, Curt, about as well as any play can. Theismann threw the ball, a little miscommunication with his wide receiver. As he did so, Schroy is all the way down in the end zone. He was intending it for Reggie Haynes. Haynes stopped. Schroy, looks like Schroy's got the ball. Both of them are kind of anxious to get it. Suggs is trying to get it from him. Now watch the reaction. This ought to just about tell you the story.
It does. Ken Schroy, second-year player from Maryland. 3rd down, 12. John Riggins, 18 carries for 97 yards. Will he get his 100? Theismann calls time. Now, this is something I've never seen. 3 timeouts before the 2-minute warning. They took 2 in the 3rd period. Of course, with the score 23-3, there's not much concern about it, but if this was in a different status, there would be some concern.
It's not the sort of thing you want to make a practice of when they get into a 10-7 game or a tie football game and a timeout can save you a victory. They better have one.
Sperry ran NFL report right after we leave Washington. You'll have all the scores and highlights. Remember, Major League Baseball next Saturday, final weekend of the season. Could go right into that last Saturday and Sunday. The Red Sox, did we get any finals in baseball? Red Sox were 1 game in back of the Yankees. Red Sox were winning, so were the Yankees. You get them all on the Sperry report, they tell me. Phillies play at Pittsburgh the last weekend of the season. John Riggins' official statistics. Looks like, unless he gets hurt, John, a big year for him.
He should be, with that offensive line doing a job that to me is a more effective job than the Redskin offensive line has done in 3 or 4 years. He could have a big year.
3rd down, 13. They got him. In there is Joe Klecko getting to the passer. He's had at least 1 sack in his last 10 games at the end of last season and into this 1978 year. Long yardage now on 4th down. Mike Bragg will punt. The clock is running down to the 2-minute warning.
Joe Klecko's played very well in the second half, even though his team hasn't done as well. He's made 4 big plays defensively. That's as many as anybody makes in a whole game.
We'll be back with the last 2 minutes of this game right after this message. A large game for Joe Theismann today. 21 out of 29, 2 touchdown passes, 209 yards, scrambled away for the pass rush, had constant pressure on the Jets, especially in the second half. Mark Mosley to punt. Bruce Harper's deep for the Jets in the last 2 minutes of the game. Harper fading back to his 12, trying to get outside, and goes down where Mark Murphy made. John Riggins, he may not get that shot for 100 yards. 97 yards on the ground today for Riggins. Joe Costanza, we want to thank him today for his continued research. Theismann, look at Theismann, nice going men. Fugit, he just shook hands with Fugit. Everybody, you guys were with me.
A lot of teeth when it's going good.
Matt Robinson throws over the head of Gaffney, who was cutting across the middle. Jason Shrinsky been working the Washington boards here for us and does a little working along communication row for the FCC. Keep us happy. 2nd down 10. Jets and Pittsburgh at Shea Stadium next week. Cowboys and the Redskins will probably be the featured attraction in the National Conference next week. On 2nd down. That pass intercepted over the head of Wesley Walker. Coming back with the ball. Jake Scott, that's 2 he's intercepted in the game. Jake Scott, who became famous, he and Dick Anderson as the deep men. They were all pros, both of them, in the no-name defense of the Super Bowl champs twice in a row, the Miami Dolphins.
Don't throw it down the middle if Jake's around the area.
Riggins is back on the field now. He's got a shot for 100. He needs 3 more yards. 1st down. Theismann's going all the way. Minute 34 to go. There goes Riggins. Outside. And a couple of yards. That's all. He's probably a yard officially short of 100. Bob Martin, the outside linebacker, stopped him. The Jets have not been in it since the first period. Riggins against his old teammates. I don't care what sport it is, when you're traded away, you come back to play that old ball club, you want to put on a show against them. Human nature.
And he's doing it.
99 yards for John Riggins and 19 carries. There he is. He's got his 100. John Riggins to the 25 of the Jets. Well, that'll give him around 101, 102 yards. Time moving out. 2nd 100-yard game in a row for Riggins. 13 times in his NFL career. 1 season with the Jets, 1,000 yards. Another time in the 900. He averaged 776 yards a year with the Jets.
And he just rushed for over 5,000 yards. That is a real indicator.
We're in the last 10 seconds. The undefeated Redskins off to a 4-0 start. Riggins again. Outside to the 20, 15, piling it on. He's to the 12. And there's the gun. The game is over. The Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins under Jack Brodie are undefeated. And they're doing it impressively.
Joe Theismann is the man that impressed me most over 1 year ago. He's played four good football games. He completed 21 passes today. Riggins ran the ball 21 times for 114 yards. That's a total offensive output, Curt, and they didn't do it against a weak team. The Jets have been a good football team. They were 2-1 coming into this game. It looks as if they're going to have to regroup, losing their quarterback, Richard Todd. He's an outstanding one, and Matt Robinson's going to have to do something to pick up the slack.
I saw Pardee go out there, John. Michaels met him, shook his hand. Knowing Walt Michaels, I can just tell you what he said. You beat us all the way.
Well, there was not much doubt. Walt Michaels is a fine coach. He's got a good young football team. They made some of the mistakes that indicate how young they are today. They didn't come up with any big plays, either offensively or defensively, and when you don't, you're going to lose.
Let's talk about the Redskins in their division and the Cowboys. The Redskins, what's your opinion of them this year?
Well, the Redskins are so much better because they've improved their position where they needed help. You've got the center, Bob Kazeel, all right, Pat Nugent, or Dan Nugent. These guys are in good shape. They're going to be good down the line.
All right, Curt, Gowdy, and John Brodie. Once again, the final score, Washington 23, the New York Jets 3. The executive producer of today's game, Don Allmeyer. Today's game produced by Larry Cirillo and Ted Nathanson. Directed by Ted Nathanson. Technical director, Bill Tobey. Associate director, Richard Klein. Next Saturday, baseball, pregame, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. The games will be Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Cleveland at New York, Toronto at Boston. And next Sunday for football, we'll have at 1 o'clock, Houston, Cleveland, Kansas City, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, New York, San Diego, New England at 4 o'clock, Cincinnati, San Francisco, Oakland, Chicago, Seattle, Denver. Now we'll join the Sperry NFL report after these messages from your local station.
We'll be talking about that fumble. There's another one for the officials to think about, and makes you think of our pregame show when John Brodie sat there talking about an official upstairs who maybe could take a look at that replay to take a second look at plays that might decide the outcomes of the game. Certainly that is little solace now to Cleveland Browns fans everywhere. In Washington today at RFK Stadium, the Redskins camp a winner over the Jets. That final 23-3. Richard Todd, the fine young Jets quarterback, broke his clavicle in that ball game. We don't know for how long he'll be out, but certainly it is a blow to the Jets' hopes. We'll come back with more right after this word from Sperry.